What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you are new here. As you can tell by the title, I am taking you through a full week of workouts. I'm going to be showing you what my weeks now look like. You guys know, obviously, with my Pcos diagnosis in November, I had to make quite a few changes. I had to make quite a few changes to my diet and a lot of changes to my routine. Now, this is definitely PCOS friendly, but this workout routine is good for anybody. You can take some things away. You can, mimic some of the workouts that I'm doing and throw in some others of your own. I'm just showing you what it is that I'm doing, what I have been doing. So let's get into it. Now, of course, before we jump into this video, do not forget to hit that thumbs up button. Leave me a comment down below if you have any questions. And of course, do not forget to subscribe. So my split has been the exact same for the past few weeks, and I love it, and I'm going to be keeping it the same. So I am training 5 days a week, starting off with quads with a little bit of glutes. There might be a glute exercise in there or something that targets the glutes while I'm focusing on quads. Then we have back and biceps. Then I have Pilates. Then we take a day off. Then I come back with hamstring and glutes, and then another Pilates session. And that's what my week looks like. So a couple of days that I would say I'm missing that's different than before is that I would have like chest and shoulders, triceps, those days that I'm missing, I don't have in there. And that's because I do a lot of upper body with Pilates. And because I have Pilates, it's forcing me to do abs. I used to just throw abs in on like a cardio day and just to throw in a few exercises, but Pilates is it's their core is strong. It's strong. But yeah, let's go ahead and break down the workout. All right, starting with our quads and glute day. I am going to be going to the gym with my boyfriend Teron. And if you guys know me, you know that me and him don't work out together. I really want to build my quads, and I really want to see some type of cuts in I want them thick, but I want them thick and like muscular. I was starting to get a little soft. So I'm going to be doing at least one leg day with my boyfriend a week, possibly two, but for sure I'm hitting quads with him. This full workout, this entire video will be posted on his channel. I will link it. I will post it once it's up on his channel, but just to give you a kind of glimpse into our leg day, this is what it looked like. So starting off with some leg raises, we did 4 rounds of 15. The volume was high. Our volume was high. Next up, we have leg press. And this one was a superset. If you don't know what a superset is when you do 2 exercises back to back before resting. Leg press with heel elevated goblet squats. Ugh, this hurts so bad. And I was so winded. He was winded too, so that's how I know it was tough. We started off with 20 leg press, then followed by 10 goblet squats. For all 4 sets, we kept the goblet squats at just 10. So they remain 10, but with the leg press, as we progressed, we added weight, but lowered the amount of reps. So the first one we did 20, then we dropped it down to 15, and then we did another set of 15, and then we did a set of 10. So it went 20, 15, 15, 10. I'm telling you, this hurt, it hurt. Go ahead and do it though. We went into some squats, some barbell back squats, and we kept the weight really low with this one. And the reps were only 12, so it wasn't like crazy high, but everything was slow with a little pause at the bottom. So we were kind of like pausing. Make sure that if you're doing this one, keep the weight low. Even if you just do the bar only, I'm telling you, it still burns. To the final exercise, we did step ups. I love step ups. I love it for the quads. I love it for glutes. 3 rounds of 10 step ups. 10 on each leg. Try not to push off the floor with your back leg when the box is too high. So get something that's slightly lower. We went from the box and then switched over to like this tire flip kind of thing, which is still pretty tall. You want all the work to be in your front leg. Now that was the end of quads and glutes, and it was enough. It was enough. We were gassed, we're done. I'm still sore from that workout today. And yeah, that's what the first workout looked like of the week. Over to back. Oh, I said back and biceps. It's not back and biceps, it's just back day. Starting off with some single arm cable pulls with this specific type of movement as well as position. It's really focusing on my lats. That's what gives you that hourglass shape, okay? We build a nice back. I love this specific machine at my gym just because it gives me a lot more stability, like placing that hand on the seat. That way I'm not like flying forward. I have something to push against while I'm rowing. I hit about 8 reps on each side. I made sure to increase the weight with each set. Next, we're moving into our bent over rows. I really like using the Smith machine for this just because it just allows a lot of stability and it just gives you a lot more control. I did 4 rounds. I only kept this at about 6 reps. The weight was pretty heavy on this one, and then especially on that last one, because I was like, oh, I only did like 5 on the last set because I was like, dang, I'm about to throw my back out. Next, we got the seated row. Obviously, this is a different machine. If you don't have this machine at your gym, you can always use just the seated cable machine. I love this machine. You can do single arm or both arms. I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory. About 6 to 8 reps of this as well. Lastly, for our back day, we finish off with some lat pull downs. The machines that I usually use were taken. I don't do this grip anymore. I don't even know, I don't know how to describe the type of grip, but usually with the straight bar when your hands are facing this way, I prefer to turn in slightly, and I feel like this targets your lats a lot better. That's why I enjoyed this machine, because it allowed me to kind of move my hands in the positions that I really wanted to be in. But there's different cable attachments. If you're using the cable machine, adjust your hand placement. Now for a little quick interruption, I have to mention the sponsor of today's video, which of course is Factor. All the people who've been with me, you know this brand, you're very familiar with Factor. I worked with them, I don't even know how many times at this point. For any of you who are new to my channel, they are a meal prep delivery service. Deliver fresh, ready-made meals right to your front door. They come very well packaged and insulated and protected. Factor supports healthy eating, and they make it very simple. They update their menus weekly with over 27 plus meal options, and they have an additional like 34 plus meal add-ons. So whether you want to add on smoothies or extra veggies, extra protein, desserts, energy bites, things like that. They cater to all lifestyles. So if you're vegetarian, vegan, keto, they got the options for you. There's a number of reasons why meal planning and ordering prepped meals is a great idea for many people. 1, if you're not that great with cooking. 2, if you need the convenience and maybe don't have the time to cook. 3, if you're getting bored of your own meals and you want something delicious, nutritious, and to help keep you on track with your journey. It's easier to stay on track when you have meals just kind of ready to go. Personally, do it for the convenience. For instance, I always get the smoothies, grab this on the way to Pilates, and post Pilates, come home, pop this in the microwave for a couple minutes, or you can put it in the oven for about like 7 to 8 minutes. And I have a full meal that is just ready to go. Factor does offer a few different meal plan options, so you can order anywhere from 4 to 18 meals per week. I tend to always order Factor for lunch. That's just the easiest for me. Of course, when deciding on how many meals are best for you weekly, you of course have the option of deciding on what type of meals, but they're interchangeable. So if you want a couple vegan meals or a couple vegetarian options or something higher in fat, a little bit more keto, you can mix and match your meals. Or you can leave it up to Factor to kind of curate your meal plan for you. Now, of course, I do have a discount code, which I will leave on the screen, so you can enter my code, or I will list everything in the description box as well, so you can click the link and go directly to the Factor website. I'm getting ready to eat. Thank you again, Factor, for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back into the full week of workouts. All right, moving into the third workout of the week, which is Pilates. Obviously, these workouts are different. It's not the same, and the instructor is leading and teaching it. But just to give you a little information on Pilates and how it's been going. 1, I absolutely love it, going twice a week. The first couple weeks were really tough. I really felt it when it came to my core, and I felt like my core just wasn't strong enough. I'm definitely starting to see the change. Like the instructors will provide modifications if you're not on the advanced level. So they definitely help you away. You do not have to be an advanced lifter or athlete. Anyone can go to a Pilates class. I love that it got so much popularity this year. I've always wanted to try Pilates, and I get the obsession with it because it's good and my core is looking good right now, okay? she's looking good. The abs are coming back. All right, time for glutes and hammies. This day always takes the longest for me. Glutes and hamstrings always take so long. But I give an adequate amount of time between my leg days. So you see I had quads and glutes, and then we had back, Pilates, and I had a rest day. And then we're back into our like heavy lift. Off with some hip thrust. I kept the weight at 225. We made sure to slow down the reps instead of just like pumping it out. Nice and slow reps. Next up, I moved over to RDLs. Now you can do, if your gym doesn't have this machine, go ahead and you can use a barbell or you can use dumbbells. But I really, really love this machine because it allowed me to really sit back. When it comes to RDLs, it can be heavily focused on your hamstrings when you have less knee bend, or more knee bend hits hamstring and glutes. I wanted to target both hamstring and glutes. So you want a little bit more of your knee bend. And with this machine, it allowed me to sit back even more, and almost like this wouldn't be a natural movement if I had dumbbells. Like I wouldn't be able to sit as far back as I am in this. But if you do have dumbbells, make sure to bend your knees a little bit more and push your butt back towards the wall, and you'll feel that stretch. Next up, we got single leg reverse hack squats. Single leg reverse hack squats. Yeah, well, this is the hack squat machine, and I like to flip it around, do RDL, single leg RDLs on this as well. Obviously, if you don't have a hack squat machine, just grab one dumbbell and use a wall or something to help stabilize you. That way you can actually focus on the movement. But I use the hack squat machine. I feel like I can really load up the weight on this, and I can focus on really sitting back in my glutes, just like I did with the RDL machine. And then lastly, finishing up the day with some hamstring curls. It wasn't until Pilates and that I realized just how weak my hamstrings were, because a lot of the warm-ups in Pilates is just that bridge and coming in slow and keeping your hips raised the whole time. And I was like, oh, my hamstrings are weak. They are weak. So I'll be doing a lot more hamstring curls. And for the last workout of the week, of course, we got Pilates again. Finishing up with Pilates for the week. And this day, this day was so hard. I am one of those people, I complain during my workouts. If you go see me and Tehran's quad day, you see, I'm a complainer. It helps me get through the workout. I've been a complainer since college. It's just how I'm able to cope. But if I'm silent, I'm just pissed. I'm still doing it, but I'm pissed. This day, everyone in the class was just quiet because this workout was so hard. This instructor she was doing too much. She was doing too much. It was like teaching an advanced level class, and we were not advanced level, but got through it. This is when I was doing the modified versions because it was a good way to finish off the week, and then I was able to rest the next day. So yeah, I still say Pilates is great. I think you should do it. I've taken 8 classes now, and I'm set up on a monthly membership. So I will be taking 2 classes a week, and it's been phenomenal. And that is what my full week of workouts look like. Now let's just talk briefly about cardio. All I'm doing for cardio is just walking. If you've seen my other video, I did get a walking pad. When I'm editing videos, I'm walking. And then sometimes, before my warm up at the gym, I'll walk. And it doesn't have to be like super high intensity. It doesn't have to be super inclined or anything like that. This walking pad, I will edit a video and be like 5 miles in without even realizing it. But walking has been my go-to, and it's just low intensity, and it's just been great. This has been a routine that's been very easy for me to stick to, and this is gonna be the routine I'm staying at. I will be doing an updated physique video soon, so you guys stay tuned for that. Thank you again, Factor, for sponsoring today's video. Again, everything will be down below in the description box. Thank you guys again for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video. And don't forget to subscribe.